Greetings everybody. Myself, Mr. Lisp, and this is Mr. Lisp in Progress. Today, we're going to be talking about a growth mindset and a fixed mindset and why so many of us are stuck. Because being stuck is is a horrible place to be. You know, you can look at your peers, you look at your friends, and everybody around you seems to be aspiring and growing, chasing their dreams, and you look at yourself and you're just stuck. I've been in that position. I have first-hand experience. I've been there, stuck, idle, don't know where I'm going with my life, don't know where I'm going. Yeah, with my life in general. Like, there's no direction. I just feel like, you know, where they say being on the hamster wheel and you're going round and round and round and round. And that's all I was doing. But I had to realize I had to grow. I had to change my mindset because I was in a fixed mindset. And the best way to put it, to explain for myself, is a fixed mindset is like, for example, I can play football, and with my football, I'm at an ability that I can say, oh, I won't go pro. But that's my fixed mindset. With a growth mindset is, currently, I can't go pro, but with dedication and practice, I can get there. With the fixed mindset, I believe the best way to put it, we put a ceiling on stuff, we put a cap, and we feel like once we reach that, we can't do it. Or if I don't know how to do it, I will never know. I'm not good at it. Like, I've seen many people say, oh, I can't draw. But then once they actually get a pen and paper, they actually can draw. They actually are really good. It's just that they have never given themselves their own credit, or they've never actually tried. And once they try and they realize, okay, this is actually therapeutic, I'm actually quite good at this. But a lot of times we beat ourselves before we even start. Before we even start, we've given up. I can't do it. But with the growth mindset, it's, I can't do it now, but I can. I will learn. And this is where we have to, you know, make that shift, because for many of us, we want to aspire to do so many things, but we look at the process. We look at, oh, I may have to go to uni and study for 4 years. I can't do that. Oh, I might have to, you know, make a sacrifice here. I can't do that. I'm just not good at it. It's not for me. When it can actually be for you. What's stopping you? The world is your oyster. There's nothing in this world that you cannot do. Remember that you can do anything. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. But you have to have a growth mindset. You have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to take chances. You have to be willing to put work in. Yeah, you got to be focused. You got to have a motivation. You got to have dedication. And key thing is discipline. You have to have discipline. Because you can't grow if you don't have discipline. You can have motivation, you can have all of this, but the discipline is the underlying trait that the rest bounce off. If you don't have those, you're going to fail. It's like your pillar. It's an anchor. It's a supporting pillar, as I would say, that holds everything up. All the rest are like branches that come off it, in essence, to propel you to your goal, to blossom, if we're using a tree metaphor. But the main thing is, you have to be willing to shift your mindset. You have to be willing to put work in. You have to be willing to make sacrifices. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck. You will remain stuck, and being stuck, like I said, it's not a great position to be in. It's not. And, you know, when you hear about many people talk about depression, a lot of people are depressed, and I'm not going to say, you know, they're not, but a lot of people have developed even deeper depression because they are stuck. And when you're stuck, they can't see a way out. They can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. And sometimes we have to shift our minds to see this. We have to go with the wave sometimes. And a lot of times, for myself, I never wanted to ride the wave. The wave will be pulling me one direction, but my mind's telling me I'm not good at it. I can't do it. So then I don't do it. And then I end up back at the shore, stranded again. Still not doing anything. So sometimes it's ride the wave. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be choppy. It's not always going to be smooth sailing, but we can do it. like I said in a previous video, we can always find a way around stuff. There's always a solution. It might not be straight away. It might come after umpteen times of trying. But there is always a solution. Remember that there's always a solution some way. The world would never be the world it is now if there was never solutions. If things didn't evolve. We would still be, cavemen. Fred Flintstones and Barney Rubble and all the rest of those people. But yeah, the world had to evolve. So we, and as individuals, had to evolve. And this is what we have to do. We have to realize that what we know is what we know now. But with research, understanding, trying, commitment, discipline, and I will repeat, discipline, we can grow and propel to be much better individuals. We've got to be ready to embrace challenge. Like a challenge sometimes can be daunting, but very, very, very highly rewarding once achieved. And, don't be scared to fail. Failing is the lesson. And to be fair, it sounds very cliche, but you actually only fail when you don't do nothing, you give up. Because the momentum will keep you going. That didn't work. You had a setback. All right, I'm going to try this way. I'm going to try this. I'm going to go do that. Okay, I need to study for that. I need to, upscale to reach there and then to reach there. Oh, I didn't think I could get this high. All right, let me try this. I'm here and I'm here. And this is how we elevate. So that's what we're going to be working on this week. So once you've watched this video, let me know in the comments, what mindset are you? Are you a growth mindset? Are you a fixed mindset? Which one do you want to be? And which one are you? And if you're happy with where you are, with a fixed mindset or a growth, each individual. I'm not here to, tell people this is what you need to be. And no, I can only give what I have used and what has worked for myself and for many other people that I've worked with. So, again, personal choice. Everything is about personal choice. It's about making those choices. Again, no one can't make the choices for you. People can, give you tips, prompts, can motivate, can inspire. But the actual person who's going to do it is you. You. So do it. All right. I'm going to love you guys and leave you. Please leave comments, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your work colleagues. Let's grow this channel. Let's grow this channel. All right. See you on the next one. Mr. Lisp out.